So it's a very interesting situation, Suhail, as we'll say good evening to him, joining us along with Mithun Vijay Kumar, who's also a political analyst on the show. Good to also have Dilip Sherrian, he's a founder of Perfect Relations. Ajay Verma ji, senior leader of the Congress party with us. We also have Parvinder Singh Sethi, who's a political analyst, and we are expecting more citizen voices to join us through the course of the show. And, Suhail, multiple callers who are calling us, into our newsrooms today, have just one question, Suhail, and the first question I want you to address, because I've seen you also, raising a lot of these issues, getting very angry, Suhail. But this anger does not lead us to anywhere. Interesting thing is, everyone is passing the buck. You and I can die, no one cares.
But here's the thing, Dipti. If we aren't angry, we are complicit. If our silence is the benchmark, then that is complicit. Here's what's happening. India doesn't care about its citizens. It's all bunkum that, oh, we care about our people and all. That's bullshit. No political party cares about its people. What do they care about? Power. And who do they get their power from? The people. But ironically, the people don't matter. Let me tell you, we as a country live from crisis to crisis, from tragedy to tragedy, and we don't learn any lessons. Civilized societies learn lessons. Civilized societies put processes in place. Civilized societies don't politic over things that concern innocent lives. 3 children dead. Why not? Now, if Amit Shah is to be believed, as he should, because he said it in Parliament, there could be a privilege motion against him if he's lied. If he's saying this, you have a Kerala Chief Minister who's doing the counterpoint.
Absolutely.
Placed in the public domain. But they won't. The problem is that these people are so busy fighting each other that they're not fighting a crisis. They're so busy abusing each other that the system is getting abused all the time. You saw Atishi's clip.
Yes.
We have terminated one AE. We have suspended. Have any of these rogues, and I will call them rogues because that's what they are. Have any one of them tendered their resignation? No. Have any one of them gone to the site and the moment it happened? No. Where is that councillor? She's missing. Where is the MCD commissioner? He hasn't been hauled up. I'm so delighted the Delhi High Court has summoned the MCD commissioner. My advice to the honorable judges of the Delhi High Court would be, when this joker arrives in the courts tomorrow, arrest him. Show demonstrable punishment.
But why don't we have, Suhail, I think it's a fantastic point that you make. Arrest all these authorities who today are accountable, but that does not happen.
Because
that does not happen.
Care.
Yes.
The LG is fighting the Aam Aadmi Party.
Absolutely. Protesting against each other. And like you said, and I'm going to borrow that line, you said they're all fighting against each other. No one is fighting the crisis. We also have some netas on the panel. And I will also take a few callers with the permission of all our guests joining us. And Dilip, before I come to you, I'm told Jaspal is calling us from Rohtak. Jaspal ji, good evening and thank you for calling us. Who today is responsible, sir?
And good evening to the finest panel you have. There are 4 points. One is, what is the magnitude of problem in Delhi? There should be audit of each building, NOC, fire, and all irregularities. All people who are hiring accommodation without police verification. All illegal immigrants who are staying in the areas where the water flows. Now coming to the second point. Who is responsible? In the constitution, there shall be a chief minister, his council of ministers.
Yes.
And the governor shall work on their advice. There is nobody else who can be held responsible. A chief minister is saying, I can run it from jail. He should be brought out, charged with culpable homicide. Of all these boys, minimum compensation paid for civic apathy should be 5 crores. And it should be given to the female members, mother and sisters. They are the ones who will be feeling the pain throughout their life. And if this cannot be done, there is no other. Now there is the ED and CBI. All these people who have made money out of this on this education, they should be all hauled up. Everyone has to come to an action.
Good points, Captain Saab. Yes, only for word of time, because I'm told we are flooded with callers and I really want to, get the citizens to speak on the show, Suhail, because I think much like you and Dilip ji, there are some very, very strong sentiments today that people in the country are facing. I also have Rajiv who's joining us from Mumbai. Rajiv ji, good evening. What is it that you would want to say on the show?
I have just 2 points. First of all, thank you so much for getting me online. And
Sir.
good evening to all the panelists. My point is very simple. The middle class is crushed. And second thing, had it been any other country, why are the civic officials, the politicians, why aren't their assets being attacked when such kind of things happen? Had it been in some other country in Europe, you would have seen the BMC or NDMC guys running for their life.
Absolutely.
Even when the BMC's board fell, why was no BMC guy arrested? Where are NDMC people today? Why are they catching a poor guy who's driving a jeep there? This is mockery and mockery of middle class. End of my point.
Yes, Rajiv ji, I second that sentiment, every word that you've said. Thank you so much for calling in. And another 30 seconds, I want to take M. Radha, who's calling us from Bengaluru. M. Radha, good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am. I just want to say two things. That whenever in Delhi some mishap happens, Atishi Marlena will be shaking her head, and the script is already written by everybody. Even a child knows what she's going to talk. So it is better that these hooligans, all the ministers, put in jail and their property confiscated and they paid as compensation to all the victims. And second thing, in Kerala, such a disaster has happened and it was forewarned.
Yes.
Then this CM is there for since a long time. Why can't he take any action beforehand to prevent such a mishap? And I'm really worried whenever such mishap happens. I'm worried about the ladies, the pregnant ladies, and the handicapped people and the aged persons. No, we are all family people. We should understand the agony of other persons, empathize with them. And why do we have to have states, chief ministers, and other council of ministers going down till the peon? Why can't they take any action to prevent such mishaps anywhere?
Absolutely.
In Delhi, it is really tragic, madam. I can't understand what the Delhi government is doing, and for the sake of CM's life, they are putting into lives of others into jeopardy.
Yes, thank you so
madam.
much. Thank you so much, Radhaji, for calling us.